What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Hippo Supercoach, and today we're going to be going through the Saturday games. So let's get into it. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please feel free to do so. We are on the march to 1K subs. So yeah. So Adelaide versus North. I jumped back and forth between these two games. Obviously, starting at the same time, it made it a bit hard to watch both. But yeah. Riley O'Brien was unreal. He absolutely dominated Goldstein. 20 hitouts to 52. I think Goldstein got subbed out. I think about halftime. So yeah, Riley O'Brien was dominant today. Ben Keys with another massive game. 2 goals, 2. I mean, he could have had like 140, 150 even if he kicked those other 2 behinds. I mean, he's putting his hand up to be picked, really. Like, how much longer can we turn him down? And anyone that got him, well done, because it looks like that midfield role is going to stay. Obviously, he's had a decent... Like, he's had a kind of soft draw. He had Gold Coast and North in his last 3 games, and I think Collingwood's tough. But yeah, Keys looks good to me. I'm tempted to bring him in. It's between him or Mills, who I bring in this week as my last primo. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, wait and see with that one. But yeah, really, really good game from him. Jordan Dawson, 102, 136 Dream Team, 102 Supercoach. So just ineffective or inefficient. Which is really frustrating, obviously. I had him captain personally. A lot of people would have as well. Thank God he didn't get injured, because he was injured at halftime and everyone was like, oh shit, is he done? Is he done? Thank goodness he came back on, because that could have killed all of our rankings. Still a pretty low score, but we'll take a ton. Yeah. Rory Laird was very quiet, 84. Only had the 24 touches, and yeah, just couldn't really get into the game, I thought. Very strange, considering they were at home as well, in a decent win. But yeah, very, very weird game from Adelaide. In terms of North, so Taron Thomas was good. If anyone jumped on him, kicked 2 goals. LDU looked pretty good. I won't be going anywhere near him. Zeba was good until he got injured. Sheasel was a bit quiet, a bit inefficient, I think, 74%. Yeah, he had 7 clangers, so still had plenty of the ball. I'm not worried about him. Wardlaw was good as well. Eddie Ford was a bit quiet, but he's probably not on anyone's field at this point. But yeah, that's pretty much it for North. Let's get into the Bulldogs game. So it's really annoying having 2 super relevant Supercoach games on at the same time. Like, it is very hard to keep up with both. We'll start with the Bulldogs. So English went huge, 127. Really, really good score, considering it was against a tough opponent, Sean Darcy. And Darcy had 50 hitouts. Like, he was probably dominating him in the hitouts. But yeah, English sort of had his way with when Jackson went in there. But yeah, happy I kept him. I think he's got a massive ceiling still. I just, I hope Briggs doesn't go too big today and hurt me too much, because it will hurt if Briggs goes 130 again. I'm just going to be low-key depressed trading him out, but I had to make a decision. Libba, another massive game from him. He's just super consistent. Bailey Dale was good. Bont was okay. It's still a decent captain score. I mean, when you look at it, it's only another 12 more points than Dawson, so it's not the end of the world captaining Dawson when most either went Bont, Dawson, or Laird. Thank God we didn't go Laird. Jack McRae was good, kicked a pretty big goal in that last quarter. Treloar good again. It's just all these Bulldogs midfielders are pretty good. Bailey Smith wasn't great. If anyone's considering him, probably wouldn't go near him. Just the role's not good, unfortunately. If he played CBAs, he'd be worth it, but he's just not playing in the midfield, unfortunately. That's pretty much it for the Bulldogs. Poulter wasn't amazing on debut, and then O'Donnell, 44. Thank God I didn't get him. So Brennan Cox and Luke Ryan were back to their picking ways. Unfortunately, at halftime, Luke Ryan actually switched to a lockdown role, which really cooked his scoring. He went almost completely missing scoring-wise. So he was playing completely loose in the first half, and he was absolutely pigging, it looked like last week. And then he went back to friggin' locking down Jamara. So really annoying that he did that, but hopefully he gets back to playing loose next week. It seems like they prefer Brennan Cox to play loose. I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, Sarong was insane. So anyone that jumped on him, well done. He's another one I'm considering this week. Yeah, he's just so good. Sean Darcy, massive game from him if you still have him. Yeah, Luke Ryan, 97. It's okay. Brayshaw was a little bit down. 7 clangers really hurt his score. Still had plenty of the ball, plenty of fantasy, but yeah, just Supercoach didn't translate. Matthew Johnson, 70, so I think I'll take that. Yeah, we'll talk about my trades at the end. It's quite interesting, the sort of position I'm in. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Freya's relevance. Nat 5 got subbed out. Don't know what happened. I think he's injured again, so rest in pepperoni. Anyone that got him, it's very unfortunate pick. So Gold Coast versus Collingwood. So we'll start off with Gold Coast. Anderson and Rio were decent. Rio kicked a couple of goals, which was surprising. Will Powell was okay if anyone has him. Witts was a bit quiet, but he really dominated the hit-outs. I just don't think many were to advantage because obviously Collingwood's midfield was dominant. What about anyone else from Gold Coast? Humphrey 53 is not great. Atkins did really well considering he only played the second half. Score 48, it's pretty good. Yeah, obviously it's not great because that's all you got, but like he looked good. I don't think he'll be the sub next week. That's pretty much it for Gold Coast. Moving on to Collingwood, so Nick Dacos had another beast game, 10 tackles, 1 goal, 2. He kicks those 2, he probably goes nearly 200. Yeah, he's an absolute animal. This guy, like 36 touches, 150 Supercoach. Absolute lock every single year. That's Tom Mitchell 92. I guess is kind of relevant. And then Darcy Cameron. So this hurt. 60-1. Are you kidding me, bro? Like I know, like Witch just dominated him, but come on, like 61 with a goal. Not ideal at all. Harvey Harrison scored 0, and he played. Oh, he played 35% game time. Yeah, gee whiz. Yeah, that's it for Collingwood's relevance, I believe. Moving on to this game. So this was an absolutely insane game. Anyone that had the pleasure of watching this, you just would have been stoked because that was hectic. Zach Merritt, what a last quarter. This guy is an absolute animal, and he's got to be in VCC consideration. Far out, I wish I captained him. That would have been huge. 168 for the King. I mean, this guy is just an animal. Like the way he's stat padding, but he's also got a very, very big impact on the game. So the amount of times he went to the back line to get a cheapie, I loved it. I honestly loved it. Being a Merritt owner is so nice right now. Darcy Parish was also quite good. Butchered the ball once again. 58% efficiency, but still went 131. Would I consider him? Probably not. No one else really relevant. Oh, Ridley. So Ridley went really quiet. I don't know what happened to him, but he started off well and then just went missing. So kind of glad as a non-Ridley owner that he's not going too big. And that's pretty much it for Essendon's relevance. Nick Martin a bit more quiet yesterday. And then Dan Houston, the man of the match. I mean, game winner. Yeah, he was actually playing very well before that. It's time we probably have to start putting some respect on his name because he has been scoring quite well. I think he had a down game the last game he played, but besides that, he's been pretty good. So would I consider him? I still probably wouldn't personally, but you know, he's got a nice role playing loose. Obviously uses the ball quite well. Only had the 3 clangers from 32 touches. That's really good. But yeah, Connor Rosie, massive game from him. Kicked a clutch goal. Kicked 3 goals. So stoked with that. Probably can't expect that every week, but got burnt a few times too. So he could have had more. But yeah, really happy with the 141 from Rosie. Dylan Williams 110. Just another one that got away from us, unfortunately. Fuck you, Ken Hinkley. Butters 109. A bit quieter. I think he had a 25. For his standards, not great, but you know, obviously he's a gun still. I think that's it for Paul. Oh, so Wines and Horn Francis, those guys were just low-key nowhere to be seen. Like, Horn Francis cannot get near the ball. Well, he's near the ball, but just can't get it. It reminded me of watching Jack Steele, and we got to watch him today. That's not great. And this poor Vicentini guy, he was fucking useless. Like, he was so bad. He had, 2 hit-outs, 41% game time. He got subbed out, I think, at half-time. I don't know, he was just bad. But, yeah. That's pretty much it from the game. So in terms of my team, I'll actually get it up real quick. Now, I had a plan about bringing in Will Day, but I really don't want him at M7. I think I'd rather cash in Johnson, be down to the 2 trades, cash in Johnson next week and get Clary, or get Mills with 1 trade, or get maybe even Keys with 1 trade. I'm not sure. Something about Clary being my last mid is just really tempting. So we will trade Elliot Yeo back in. This was like, it was just sort of like a play I thought about having just to chase points, but I don't think it's worth it. I think we'll just take Matthew Johnson's emergency score. I'm not really keen to risk Sincotta. If it lets me do that, there we go. Jack Steele's obviously one we have to watch. Sinclair should go large. I don't think he'll get tagged, but he could. That's why I didn't captain him. But yeah, I mean, at this point, you know, I don't even know if Darcy Cameron was worth it. Like, fucking hell. Anyway, I'm confident in everyone else. I'm not confident in Steele. Everyone else I'm pretty happy with my field. But yeah, that's pretty much where my team sits. I hope everyone's having a decent round so far. I'm looking at about a 2-4-6-3. Obviously, Darcy Cameron kind of hurt. Having a lowish captain score hurt. But yeah, I think most people probably going to score a bit more than me this week. So frustrating. Obviously, having to field Matthew Johnson isn't great either, 70. But is what it is. Hopefully next week we can really set ourselves up. The Yo setback hurt a lot. We were going to be full primo, but obviously Yo getting injured kind of ruined that. So yeah, a lot of injuries this season, and just got to steer clear from injury-prone players next year. I'm not picking someone like LDU and even Sard. I mean, Sard wasn't injury-prone at the time. Jeremy McGovern was a terrible idea in hindsight. Picking Elliot Yo was also a terrible idea in hindsight, and like I learned this lesson many years ago, and I don't know why I've just decided to throw it out the window, but let's just steer clear from injury-prone players, and we'll have a much better year. Let's pick the guys that are durable. To be fair, Clayton Oliver was extremely durable, and obviously he's been such a pain in the ass for anyone that's held him for all this week. So that's it for the video, guys. Hope everyone has a good Sunday. We'll probably do a stream later tonight, and I'll hopefully see you there.